name is Seth Bani, and today I'm going to show you how to design this. But let's go to Photoshop, and then this is what we have now. You go to create new, and then you click on this side. Make sure it's 1000 pixels. Also type 1000 pixels for the height. Select pixels, and then 72, and then RGB. Now this is for just digital screens. If you want to print it, click here and go to CYMK color, and then set here to around 300. Now for the advanced side, leave it, don't even touch it at all. Create, and then we are done. First thing we are going to do is bring our image. So you drag this one here, and then you leave it here like that. Drag it up a little bit, click on enter, go, and then you pick the second one as well. You drag it in, hold alt, and then just drag it. Okay, so now we have it this way. This looks good. Give it a mask, and then make sure here is black. Also make sure the opacity is 100. Click here and then select a very soft one because we want it to blend nicely to the other image in the background. So I think this is good. And then we come, click here, click on solid color. Then you type in this code. So you click on enter, and then you reduce the opacity to around 85%. Let's just type it in there. 85 is good. Click the mask, pick your brush, make sure here is set to black again, and then select the soft, increase the size. We want to delete this side, also want to delete this side. And then you create a new layer, and then you just click here to here. So just drag it like that. Increase the size a little bit and just hit the middle about twice. You want to come back to this, to this layer, duplicate it, drag it up, and then delete the layer mask. We have this. Right click it and then create mask. Alright, so now you give it a new mask, and then you use your brush, delete the edge, and then reduce it to 10%. 10%. Hold Ctrl Shift Alt and then still press E. What this does is it puts all the layers into one particular layer, and so we have this. So this way we can mute all these, and we'll still have everything on this layer. Everything is on one layer now. Alright. Now with this layer selected, you go to filter, gallery, and then click here the right side, look for half-tone pattern. This is what we are going to use. Set the size to 1, set the contrast to 0. Make sure also the pattern type is dot. Make sure you select dot, and then you click on OK. So let's click on color burn. You go to the side, and then you pick your vibrance. Now you set the vibrance to 100, and then the saturation you set it to -19, -20, thereabout is good. And then you put all of them in a folder. Let's name it background BG, right? BG. Well, we are not yet done. Let's give it one more adjustment layer. Let's go for exposure. Reduce the exposure to -1. -1. Okay. Click on your brush. Make sure caps lock is off. Increase the size, and then also make sure here's black. Make sure it's 100%, and make sure you select this soft brush as well. Click the middle and just drag it down. So that way the edges are a little bit dim, giving attention to the middle. Alright, so let's create our theme, but let's start by pulling our lines. Okay, click on the type tool and then type prophetic. I have it here, so I'll just copy and paste. Increase the size, put it somewhere there. Let's change the color to color black for the meantime. Make sure the font is Arial CEMT black. Also set the size to 120. Make sure the tracking is -60, and then center it, put it in the middle somewhere, or you could come here and just click here and then put it in the middle so that all other ones could be easy. Alright, so there's it. Control J to duplicate it and then drag it down. Then we'll type enquiry there. Again, I have it here, so I'll just copy and paste it for you. Click there, go to the size. Let's increase the size to 148. Just drag it down a little bit. Also make sure it is centered. Drag it down a little bit. Well, I think we should increase it a little bit. Guys, this is how it looks like. Let's put it in a folder and let's name it theme. Double click the folder and then let's work on the folder. We want to give it a gradient overlay, so we go here, click here, and then type in this code 2. Click on OK, double click here, type in this code, and you click on OK. You also make sure the blend mode is normal, have reverse selected, align with layer selected. Also make sure yes radar, and then it's 90 degree, and then the scale is 55. Now we come to inner shadow. Also take on inner shadow, and then let's set it to multiply, set it to color black. The distance is 3, the choke is 0, the size leave it at 87, and then come here, select this. Alright, let's set the opacity to 49, and then we click on OK. Control T to transform it, rotate it that way, and then you pull it to the middle, somewhere here. Somewhere here is good. You could increase it a little bit, and put it somewhere here. Alright, now that we have it this way, let's go back. Click on the exposure, create a new layer, click on your brush tool, make sure your caps lock is off, and then select color white, and then let's just give it more light in the background. Now let's bring our lens flare. Let's drop it in here, rotate it that way, pull it somewhere here will be nice, and then drag it on top of the theme. Can go here and set it to color dodge. Give it a mask, pick your brush and then clean around it. Just clean around it. Alright, bring in the image of the preacher man, drop it in there, right click it, and then select flip horizontal. And then let's reduce the size a little bit. Okay, so this size is quite good. Click over here, right click here, pick the rectangular tool, and just draw a line that way. Okay, let's change the color to color black. Let's see how visible it is. Okay, Let's zoom in a little bit and then drag it up a little bit. Now this looks great. Center it. Click here and then drag it here a little bit because it's too big. Put it somewhere there. Okay. Somewhere here is good. Also come back and right click here, click on polygonal tool and then change the size to 3. So click here, this particular layer, and then drag it, hold shift, still holding shift. Make sure the angle is facing down like this and then leave it. Come back here and change the size to the color to black. Control T and then click the move tool and then move it here. Pull it in front. Zoom in and then I think that size is good. Also pick this, right click it, click the rectangular marquee tool and then select it that way. Click on your image, this image, give it a mask. Come back, click here and click on invert, and this is how it will look like. Also click over here, look for curves, clip it to the image so that this time it works only on the image. It works only on the image. You just want to drag it in a little bit to give the image a little bit contrast as well and make it blend nicely to the background. Okay, so this is not aligned to the center of the image. Let's pull it until it comes to the middle of the image. Nice. This looks great. So let's put everything inside a folder and let's call it image. But we are not yet done. Let's give it one more layer. Come back and pick our brush and then make sure caps lock is off, is color white selected here, and then the flow and the opacity is 100. Select a soft brush and then come and click here closer to the face. Zoom in a little, increase the size a little bit. Click here. Alright, let's reduce the fill to 45 so it has a little effect on the face as well. Duplicate the image of the preacher man, duplicate it. So there's it. Double click here, go to shadow, set it to normal, 59% opacity, angle is 90, distance is 0, spread is 0, size is also 27. Leave it this way and click on OK. Now with that selected, the mask selected, pick your brush and then reduce the size a little bit. Also make sure here set to black and then click there, click around here. We only want the shadow to be around his back. Now we want to start working on our details, and so we click somewhere here and then go and pick Kingdom Solution. Like I said earlier, I'm going to leave everything in the description for you. Click here. We are going to use impact and then we are going to set the tracking to 0. We are going to set the size to 47. We're also going to make sure the color is black, and then we'll come here and make sure this side is also selected, and then that is it. Put it to the middle. Put it to the middle here. Duplicate it, click on V or the move tool and bring it down, and then pick Wednesday. So the days of meeting is this. Also let's set the size to 27. Let's come here and look for Arial and set it to bold. Also make sure the tracking is 0 is color black, and then here is also selected. Now you also want to center this as well. It's already centered. Nice one. Ctrl J to duplicate it, bring it down, and then you click on the eye to hide it. Right click here and pick the rounded rectangular tool, and then create something like this. Okay, make sure the stroke is off. Click the color, come and click here, and then type in this code. Click on OK. We bring our duplicate that we created earlier on. Let's change it to color white. Come and pick the detail over here, double click it, and then put it in there. Come down and then unselect this one so we have it in small letters. We're going to use Arial. Also going to make sure we change this one to regular, and then the size, let's set it to 24. Also make sure the tracking is 0, and then let's zoom in a little bit to see the details. Let's put it somewhere here. Move 2 to move it. Now let's put the object and then the text up a little bit. Let's bring Wednesday to the middle so that it looks quite good now. Now we are also going to bring this one, click on the prophet, paste it there, change the color to color black. This one we want to bolden it a little bit, so bold and italics would do. Bold and italics would do, and then push it up. Let's put it all in a folder. Let's call it details. Let's work on our vignette. So you create a new layer, and then you pick your, where is it? Pick your bucket, paint bucket 2. Click here, come and pick somewhere around here, the color there, and just paint it in there. So this is what we have. Click on multiply. Okay, and then let's reduce the size to 50%. Awesome. Give it a mask, and then click on your brush tool. Make sure caps lock is off. Increase the size, and then come here and then make sure you select this. Make sure your black is also selected. The opacity is 100%. The flow is 100%. And then center your brush to the middle, and then just hit it. Hit it. Hitting it about 4 times will do. So this is it. This way it gives the attention to the middle. And then now reduce the brush, and then come and click the details here. So this looks great now. You also want to click here, click on exposure, and then boost the exposure to 1, and then reduce it to 50%, the opacity there to 50%. Nice. Also put it in the folder. Let's call it light. Come here, pick your Instagram logo, then drop it in there. It's going to be in the middle. Push it somewhere here. Click on enter, and then come here, right click here, look for the magic wand tool. Now you want to click on the white area, the white area, the white area, and the white area, and then you come and give it a mask. Click here and click on invert. There are some white strokes around the image. Click on your mask, click here, select this, the hard brush, and then reduce the size and just delete it. Just delete it. When you are done, right click it and then click on create, convert to smart object. double click it, come to color overlay, select color white, click OK, click OK. Now that we have it like this, Ctrl T to transform it and then reduce the size. Awesome. Push it somewhere here, zoom in, click, type live, come down, select this, go up, select impact, change the color to white, and then you just increase the size a little bit. Duplicate it and pull it up. Then you type Instagram. Let's give it 14 and let's see the size. Okay, so let's increase the size a little bit. Okay, so this is how it's going to be like. Let's increase the size of the logo to a little bit and then put it this way. Now let's select all of them and then put them in a folder, and then let's name it Instagram. Ctrl T and then right click, select skew, then push it to the right a little bit, and let's see how it's going to look. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create this type of flyer. Please hit the bell icon, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave a comment as well. I love you all guys. Peace out.